Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka The Weather Gamer, bringing you not a draft recap, but a team takeover. So I mentioned it yesterday in the video with me leaving TBC, which happened by the time this video comes out. It was 2 weeks since I had left TBC, and so I'd had a chance to calm down, cool down, all that, so check that video for what happened there. But I'm back to 3 leagues now with Beartix and BRL. So we'll have BRL, we'll have LTPL, and we'll have SBT. So the team that I took over is 2-2 -5 right now. I do have a makeup game that I have to play, and I have to play with the old team. So unfortunately, the team that I'm going to show you is not the team I get to use for week 5. However, I will have this team for week 6 forward, and there's 11 weeks, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 I'll get to use this team. But for week 5, I have to use the team of Corviknight, Haxorus, Superior, Darmanitan, Mega Beedrill, Obstagoon, Orbeetle, Hitmontop, Gligar, Lantern, and Wigglytuff. That is the team that I will be running with for my makeup game. But after the makeup game, then we get to use this new team. So I had unlimited transactions. I could do whatever I needed to, whatever I wanted to. The one thing, though, with the breedable, I'm going to screw their name up if I don't look it up, Breedables Royal League, the BRL, I keep wanting to call them the Breedables Reject League, is it's only mons you can breed. If you cannot breed for it, you cannot use it. Therefore, there are no legendaries, there are no mythics, so no Kartanas, no Landos, no anything. You know, it's literally mons that can breed, and that's it. There are a few exceptions with the Galar fossils because those can't be bred, but they allowed the Galar fossils because Gen 8, they're new. All abilities are allowed, hidden and otherwise, so Cinderace being Libero and all that is valid. Greninja having abilities, I believe, I'm not sure. Mega Evolution is around. There are certain Megas that are banned, like Mega Blaziken is obviously banned. No Z Crystals, no Dynamaxing or Gigantamaxing. However, all cut moves are allowed, so Hidden Power and all that, similar to how SBT runs. And all what is the other DLC moves are allowed. So it makes it for an interesting meta, just like SBT is, with you still having Hidden Power and several other things for certain mons. But first mon we are using and keeping from the original team was Corviknight. I've been wanting to get back to Corviknight. Like, I drafted it in TBC, it just wasn't... It was doing alright, but not where I wanted it to be. So I decided to keep Corviknight. There weren't really a whole lot of good steel types out there besides Corviknight anyways, and so I wanted to just stick with it. I didn't see a better option. It gives me a Defogger, obviously the bulk up body press set, you know, Iron Head sets can be nasty, the Power Trip set's still a thing. So Corviknight gives me some hazard control, it gives me mirror armor, it gives me pressure for stall situations, and, you know, it's a bulky bird. If only it had hazards, then it would replace Skarmory as the superior bird. I did switch Mega Beedrill for Mega Mane. We had talked about running Mega Arrow. The problem was we were getting too many flying types, and while I want to try Mega Arrow, especially post-DLC since it's Tough Claw's Dragon Dance, making it incredibly scary, I decided to swap out Mega B for Mega Mane to keep an electric type, keep the speed tiers relatively well, because this gives me some top-end speed that forces Scarfers and all that. Having Hidden Power keeps Mega Mane viable and functioning. Yeah, I have it in SBT, but you know, Mega Mane is one of those Megas that I wanted to draft multiple times, and finally have now gotten the chance to come back around and get it. So I'll take having Mega Mane for the second time here. Sorry, I just heard my phone go off. I'm just seeing what it is. Pokemon Go, Numel, cool, I don't care. I'm turning you down. Down. Ringtone, vibrate. But yeah, so Mega Main, getting that back, 135 base speed, massive special attacker, and just overall really, really nice mon to have on the team. I decided to keep, if I can get this to work, no, don't highlight that, if I can keep this working. I kept Obstagoon. I have been dying to try Obstagoon, I just have not been able to get it on a team for it to function correctly for me, where it would fit as a dark type needed or whatever. Obstagoon is just a monster, defiant for anti-hazards, anti-sticky web. You want to give me a +2 attack boost for sticky webs, or defog and give me +2 boost situation. There's the Reckless Life Orb set, there is the Guts boosted set. Obstagoon just hits super, super hard, is very difficult to switch in defensively. Corviknight being one of the better switches in, and I have that. So, really excited to try Goon. It's too bad it doesn't have priority, but it would be super broken if it did have priority. It does have Obstruct to lower defense 2 stages, to try and get your Flame Orb off right away. So, I do really like having Obstagoon, and I'm excited to try Obstagoon for the first time. We swapped Darmanitan for Salazzle. As much as I love Darmanitan, I had too many mons at the same speed tier with Obstagoon, Haxorus, and Darmanitan, so I wanted to spread my speed tiers out a little bit and make them a little more viable so things couldn't just sit down on me. I've used Salazzle in the past. It's been a long time. It was back in PCF Season 3, I want to say. The last time I was in PCF when I dropped out with my Sand team. I think that's the last time I used Salazzle, but it gives me a Ground and Poison type, which I lost from Mega B, 116 speed, decent special attack stat. There's obviously the Scummy Subtoxic Protect Flamethrower Corrosion set that is really annoying, but also there's a Nasty Plot set, there's Spec sets, there's Life Orb sets, Nasty Plot sets. There's plenty of things that Salazzle can do from when I used it last time. It still has Hidden Power, so it can run Hidden Power Grass to stop Bulky Waters from trying to switch in on it. So I'm really, really excited to see what I can do with Salazzle, because it's been a long time since I've gotten to use the Queen of the Salamanders. So we'll give that a try. Now, I did swap Orbeetle out for Araquanid. I have not enjoyed Orbeetle in Gen 8. I don't think it's a very good Weber. I've never been able to catch the lightning in the bottle that Joey and Wolfie have been able to do. So I just don't care for Orbeetle. I didn't want to use Ribombee because that has been a crutch web setter for me. I didn't have the option of Galvantula. Plus, Galvantula was taken, I believe. So I went with Araquanid. This is another mon that I've wanted to try for a long time, just because it's very bulky. It can hit like a truck when it wants to, and it does get sticky webs. Yeah, it's slow, base 45 or 42 speed, but it still has a massive defense stat. I believe it's defense stat. It might be SPDF stat. I think it's got a massive SPDF stat, 132 SPDF. Very good attack stat. Very good physical attacker. Gets Mirror Coat to bounce back special attackers to do some damage. You can run Soak, Infestation, Toxic, allowing you to toxic poison types, like if Salazzle doesn't. So there's plenty of sets, but I like having it to give me sticky webs, because then Obstagoon under sticky webs is incredibly hard to deal with. And the mon I'll show here in a second, plus a couple of others on my team, definitely appreciate sticky web and the forcing of defog to occur. So the next mon is Haxorus. Again, another mon that really appreciates sticky web. So Haxorus and Goon basically function similarly. They're both very big physical wall breakers, and they probably won't come the same time each week unless they both just have fantastic matchups, because they'll start competing against each other for kills. And is Obstagoon the win con? Is Haxorus the win con? Oh, I have both of them. What am I supposed to take hits with? So not going to fall into the same pitfalls that I did with WWC Season 4 with Haxorus on the team. So I'm really glad to get Haxorus back. I loved using it in APA. I wish I hadn't dropped it in WWC, to be perfectly honest. I wish I had held on to it and just rebuilt the team around Haxorus instead of whatever the hell I did there. But base 97 speed, Choice Band is always a very viable option. Dragon Dance sets are very good. Life Orb sets are good. It got an amazing boost in the fact that it now has close combat, first impression. It's a really good Mon. Very, very good. Can do a lot of damage very quickly, and is one of the more potent of the dragon types that I've used. So I'm excited to get Haxorus back up and rolling. So, speaking of Mons that appreciate sticky webs and forcing defogs, we have Superior. So Superior loves the fact that because of Contrary of sticky webs, because then I get a speed boost instead of a speed decrease, meaning I don't have to run Scarf. I could run Life Orb, and then I get my Scarf boost anyways from sticky webs, and then I set up and sweep Leaf Storms. I do get Hidden Power, so the things that could check into SERP can't necessarily check into SERP. Does have a good move pool with Dragon Pulse and several other sets, or several other moves, making it viable across the board. There are some cheeky things you can do with everyone expecting Contrary. You could do what happened to Dan and run Swords Dance, which might throw your opponent off, and run Physical SERP. But like I said, SERP really appreciates forcing defog because accurate evasion raise, so it can't be hit. And then on top of it, it's the Sticky Web Contrary boost. It is a defogger for myself. If I need to defog, Corviknight's not the only one now. Hopefully I don't have to defog a lot, but if I did have to, I could at least defog with SERP if I needed to. But very excited to finally get SERP back. I've used it twice and not had a lot of success, so I'm hoping third time's the charm, and I kind of have like this Darmanitan or Jolteon or something Renaissance with Superior. Yeah, I know Salazzle and SERP's speed tiers are close, but I wanted to keep SERP. It worked on this team, especially under a Webs team. So I did swap out Hitmontop for Passimian. Biggest regret of APA Indigo, or Academy, sorry, not Indigo. Biggest regret of APA Academy was dropping Passimian. That whole transaction situation. I think I would have been better off with Passimian. Again, this is another Mon where it's Defiant, so you want to try and hit me with the defog. I'll go Passimian and I'll get a +2 attack boost. Oh, you want to Sticky Web me? I'll run Scarf Defiant and get the attack boost and still have my speed stat intact. Like, Passimian, Goon, SERP should all be anti-defog deterrents and would force Rapid Spin. Unfortunately, I don't have a Ghost type, but, you know, at least if I'm forcing Rapid Spin, it's going to do minute damage, and I can punish the Rapid Spinner one way or another, so... but yeah, I'm very glad to have Passimian. It is a very potent, I think, 140 physical attack? 130 physical attack, base physical attack stat. 85 speed is not bad, especially for a Mon that likes to run Scarf. Bandit is always very difficult to switch in. It has good move pool, getting, I believe, Gunk Shot for Fairy types, so Fairy types can't even switch in and check reliably. So I'm excited to actually use Passimian and keep it, hopefully for the season, and try it out. We picked up Stone Jr., dropping Lantern, obviously, because we had Araquanid and Mega Mane. I needed something to take rock hits, flying hits, and ice hits, because my team is incredibly rock, ice, and flying weak. Stone Jr. said, "Hi, my name is Stone Jr. Let's try this again." Base 70 speed, 140 attack, 130 defense, 20 special attack, and 20 special defense, so literally you Draining Kiss and it'll probably keel over and die. But it can take physical hits, it can set Stealth Rock. I mean, there is the Rock Polish set, there is a decent move pool with it, so it can put in work when it wants to, but by no means is it going to just, like, run over everybody and be like, "Hi, I'm a good Mon." So after that, we did keep Gligar. I've used Gliscor, but never used Gligar. It just, for hazard control and a ground type, I kept Gligar. That's why I didn't go Mega Arrow, because I'd have 3 flying types, and that didn't work on this team. We'll see how Eviolite Gligar does. It is a Toxic Sponge because of immunity. Hidden Power Ice is a problem, though. I mean, I don't have a lot that can check into Ice types with, like, Hidden Power Ice and Freeze Dry, or Freeze Dry, actually, in general. So, we'll see. But Gligar gives me some hazard control, and that's really why it's here. And then Wigglytuff, Wishpasser Cleric, gets Stealth Rocks, and Huff swears by this Mon, and we'll see what Huff has to offer on this Mon. We'll see what Wigglytuff does. I have no idea, but that's going to be the team, guys. Let me know down below how you think the season's going to go, if you think we can make playoffs, if you think we're going to not win a single game in BRL, what you think's going to happen, but who's the kill leader, all that. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you for Week 5 next week.